Hi guys, Leticia here again with Made with Love by Glamour, where everything here is made and taught with love, one stitch at a time by me, Glamour. I've shown you in my previous two tutorials how to, two different ways on how to make a ring to start working in the round. And this is the third way that I know how to do it. There might be other ways that other seasoned crocheters know how to make a ring to start working in the round, but I only know 3 ways, so those are the 3 that the 2 that I've shown you, and this is the third way. The third way is my favorite way. It's by starting off with a magic ring, or some people call it a invisible ring or whatever, but I call it a magic ring. And you start it almost the same way as you're doing a slip knot. You bring the yarn around, and for a slip knot, you would put your hook in here and pull it, and that would be your slip knot. But for a magic ring, we're gonna do this. We're gonna put our hook in there just like we normally would, but this yarn that's back here, you're gonna bring it up and to the back, and you're gonna yarn over and pull it through, and there's a magic ring. And the reason it's called a magic ring is because then later you can pull on that little tail and make it get smaller. Okay, so that's why it's called a magic ring. So I'm going to show you how you would start working in the round with this magic ring. I'm going to demonstrate it with a double crochet. So I will chain up 2 more, because I'm going to go ahead and use that as if that's the first chain of my 3 chains for a double. So I'm going to yarn over for a double, go in through that ring, go through 2, go through 2, and I'm going to make 10 double crochets like I've done on the previous tutorials. And you see this tail here? I'm working it in right like that. You see, I'm working it in as I'm going in. Okay, so yarn over, go in through the ring, come out, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. Keep doing this till you have 10 double crochets in your ring. The pattern that you might find to follow might tell you to put 12, might tell you to put 6. However, I'm just going with 10 just for demonstration purposes. So we're going to count that very first chain as a double crochet. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whoops. And if the hole is too big and it's hard to work with, you can close it up a little bit. Just don't close it too much, or you won't be able to fit your 10 double crochets in there easily, which is one of the reasons that I like the magic ring, is because of the ease of getting all your double crochets in there, because you can keep the ring as big as you want or as small as you want. The other 2 ways that I showed you, the little hole in the middle was really small, so after a while, by your 8th or 9th double crochet that you're trying to get in there, it's really hard to get it into that little stitch. So that's why I like this method better. So okay, see, I'm so forgetful. How many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 7. 8. Hope I'm not going too fast. Keep that little tail in there. 8, 9, 10. Let me make sure and count, because you know me, I'm forgetful Glamour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then the chain is 10. Okay, so if you watched my previous tutorials on how to make a ring, you'll know that in the previous tutorials there was hardly no space left. Like if you wanted to put 15 or 12, or if you wanted to put more in there, there would have been not very much space to do that in. But with this magic ring, look at how much space we still have. But we're only going to put 10 in, so we're going to close it up now. And to close it up, you count up 3. 1, 2, 3. Remember the chain that we made? We chained up 3. We're going to go into that top 3rd one, go in, make a slip stitch, and close our ring. And now at this point, you can pull on that little tail, you can pull it shut, and there's no hole. See, and that's another reason that I really like this method better, because if you're making a hat, you don't want a big hole up there. I mean, you want to have your hat to keep you warm as possible, and so I like this better. On a lot of the slipper tutorials that I make, I use this method too, because then if you're going to use this for the toe part, your toe won't come out because the hole's really tiny. So let's say that your pattern is telling you to now, make a second row of double crochets, and they want you to make an increase row. You would yarn over, you would chain up 3, yarn over, and you would go right back into that same stitch where you made the chain, if I can get in there, and you would make another double crochet, because usually when you're working in the round, the first few rows are increases, so that, because if you were to just put 1 stitch into each of these, it would really start curving. It would just be like a little, it would be a really skinny little tube. So you make increases so that watch, I'll just show you a couple of stitches to tell you what I'm talking about. Put 1 more in there, and now we're going to put 2 in the next stitch. Okay, you see how it's staying nice and flat? Where if we had put 1 stitch into every stitch, it would have started curving up already. It would have started coming up. We don't usually do that, putting 1 stitch in each stitch until we get to like the 4th or 5th row. So anyway, that is how you make a magic ring to start working in the round. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope I explained it well enough. So anyway, I'll be making more tutorials when I get back from Texas. I'm going to be leaving on Monday. Today is Friday. Yay, it's pizza day, pizza and movie day in our family. We always have pizza and movie on Friday. We have a big 120-inch screen that we pull down, and I got a projector. I got a free projector from a company called houseparty.com, and I threw a party, and they gave me the free projector because I threw the party, and it's worth $300, and I got to keep the free projector. And so we went and bought a 120-inch screen, and we watch all our movies, and it's huge. It's like as if you're at the theater or something. It's really good quality for just being a little teeny tiny 3M projector screen. So anyway, this is supposed to be about yarn, about crocheting, isn't it? I get off track here because I start telling you guys about my life, because I like hearing about you guys' life, so I just kind of let you know what's going on in mine. So tonight it's Friday, and Monday I fly down to Texas. It's a 4-hour flight, and I get to see my glamour girls. My husband goes down for business. His company is based out of San Antonio, Texas, but he works from home here in Washington State. But every once in a while they fly him down there, so I go with him, and I get to stay in the hotel at the Embassy Suites, where the jacuzzi and the heated pool and all the other amenities are there, and I get to be there all day while he's at work. And then I get to see my glamour girls when they get out of school. So anyway, that's where I'll be. And when I get back from there, I'm going to start making other fun tutorials, not just stitch tutorials. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you for putting up with my goofy stories and me being the goofy glamour that I am. And thank you for joining me here at Made with Love by Glamour, one stitch at a time. Bye.